is the Emperor's will? If we fight and die. What is death? Death. What is it that gives us purpose? What is it that gives the war purpose? Vanquish the foes of Himmler. The heretic! The alien! The mutant! The heretic! The alien! The mutant! What is it to be an enemy of the Emperor? What is to be dead? What is it to be the instrument of the Emperor's damnation? The Space Marines, the angels of death. What is it to be a Space Marine? It is to be pure, to be strong, to show no pain, no mercy, no remorse, no remorse. What is it to be pure? To know no fear. It is in God's faith. Heresy grows from idleness. To admit defeat is to blaspheme against the Emperor. For those who seek perfection, there can be no rest on this side of the grave. Even a man who has nothing can still offer his life. The man who has nothing can still have faith. Success is measured in blood. Yours or your enemies. For the Emperor. 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 This is all the moment. This is the hope made to the throne. This is all the Blackthrone. There's only war. Is your duty? What is the Emperor?
Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it, utterly, with total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own. We have both given ourselves to this. I offer no comfort. Make no mistake, it will return. When it does, when it does, the galaxy will burn in the fires of Blackthrone.
And once again, unfortunately, against anyone's better judgments, we are live. Hello and welcome once again to Tattletales RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual, but you're kind of okay, I guess. So, where last we left off, our party has braved the warp, having made their way into the realm of Zeech and captured the demon known as Nihilus. Through fighting through the layers of Nihilus's psyche, Avalos, Pandoric, past and present, and future colliding as the warp has no concept of time itself, you are able to find Nihilus's true form, breaking it open and finding within the fleshy form that it once held. And you found out that Nihilus and the very man who had allowed him onto the ship to begin with, the bastard known as Adonis, are one and the same. You've captured Adonis and dragged him in chains of binding into the depths. Well, you haven't quite returned to the ship yet, but you intend to drag him by chains of binding into the depths of the Dreadspear, where interrogation may begin. However, before we can get to that, we have returned immediately to Ursus Minoris, where you have claimed the planet. You have destroyed the mirror node, shattered via siege the Shard Cathedral, cleansed the spawning pools of Zechian horrors. The Kronos Rift was dealt with by rogue trader Orak and his crew, as well as the Grey Knights who got thrown into it a few times. You were able to silence the orbital batteries, and you defended the Sin Feast and the Narmurian 15th as they were beset by forces of the enemy. Notwithstanding the clash that held between Aegis and Skulltaker, to say the least. And so as we now return to Ursus Minoris, you are slowly bringing yourselves back together. We're returning to exactly where we left off. The party bleeding, wounded, injured. There we go. Oh, apparently there's a hell brute as well. Get rid of that. Have managed to stagger their way back into real space, the portal to the realm of Zeech closing behind them. You have informed Glutfather Dreyet of his acting command of the chapter, and you have also informed Chapter Master Grandmaster Aldrich Voldus of the finale that you faced within the warp. However, you are not without your scars. Cadogan was wounded. Sven and others took blows that many should not survive. But as it stands, you appear to have not succumbed to corruption. Before you are collected, as the sky ripples, reds and crimson giving way to cloud, and nature beginning to reassert itself on what was once a demon world. Magma gives way to water, blood to life, snow to snow. It was just snow. Before you see your, what's it called? Do you have a specific name for your Caestus? Apparently not, it's just Caestus. Before your Caestus assault ram descends from the heavens to ferry you back to the Oathbound Deliverance, is there anything anyone wants to do?
As much as I would love to have my duke it out with Ryan right now, the best way would just be get through all this crap we're about to deal with.
Nothing I can think to particularly do before moving on. I think we know what we're up to.
Okay. As the Caestus assault ram descends, obviously it's much bigger than this, token-wise. You see the 4 drop doors slam open, and Marines begin to step out into the night. Dark armor, and accompanying them, humans of the Avalosian Oathbound. And then coming out last, with a look of dire concern on her face, is Inquisitor Reed and their brother, Veladin. Battle instincts are something that are hard trained into Space Marines. You know when someone is tense. You can almost smell the sweat, right? Reed looks like shit, for a start. But you also realise she looks fuming, angry, and ready to fight. What are we doing, team?
Cadogan would actually be, comparative to what events have just happened, be actually quite content in seeing her. Ah, I see you have heard the good news, Inquisitor Reed.
Reed steps forwards and looks at you, Cadogan, her eyes piercing you. And what good news would that be, fellow Inquisitor?
We have Adonis. Or rather, Nihilus. Or both.
She sort of looks past you at the cowering form of Adonis in the snow. So I see. And how did you come by this creature?
He was retrieved. Not my ideal scenario, but the mission that we discussed was successful.
And you went in without backup, without pre-warning.
We went in appropriately to the situation at hand. We took the Sin Feast, Confessor, and Kill Team Salvation as a whole.
She frowns. Unfortunately, Callaghan, this is not my decision. And she steps aside as Valadin moves forwards. Voldus steps back slightly as Valadin's eyes pierce all of you. Who bears the mark of responsibility for the undertaking of this mission? Oh, shit.
Throw a step forward on this one. I was asked to be the beacon within the undertaking of the mission. That responsibility falls to me.
Approach.
He would.
Valadin doesn't back down. One would expect a mere mortal in the presence of an Astartes to back down, let alone the presence of someone like Frul. But Valadin doesn't. Instead, you simply see his hands tighten on the shock whip that he wields. Pair of shock whips that he wields. I am to understand that you are beyond corruption, that your soul is sanctified by him. Your chapter master informs me of this.
Beyond doubt.
Beyond doubt is a dangerous term. There have been many doubts, many failings of the past. But I have faith in Lord Voldus, and as such, I respect his veto of you. Step aside, Master Frul. You are without suspicion.
He would thud a few steps back.
Yeah, makes sense. Valadin's eyes turn on everyone else. And now what do I see? A mutant, a shadow, and a mask. You three have entered the untouched, untethered cosmos of the void. An act of faith so powerful that you have defied the false four. Life, a choice, or perhaps you accepted choice in exchange for life. None of you understand, are accused of anything. Not heresy, not mutation, not collaboration. But you are all under suspicion by order of my holy order, by the order of Lady Amara Asugi, and by order of the first Primarch of Caliban. To the suspicion of corruption, how do you plead?
Hadigan would bring Scarbrand's Folly and hand the hilt to Reed. I plead not guilty and will submit myself to any questioning in order to clear me of any suspicion.
Reed nods her head. Wise, Cadigan. Wisdom is what will prevail us in these times. If what you have done is what you have done, and you have done it with a holy armament and the righteous spirit of the Emperor, then understand that you will not be children of suspicion, but heroes, lauded above all. But we must confirm this to be so. She turns and sort of steps away. I shall lead... Apparently I'm Streamer Steve. I shall lead this war front in the absence of Kill Team Salvation. Valadin, you have my mark. And he nods. And then I acquiesced to the request of Lord Voldus. Brother Fool, we shall hear of your accountants first. But before any may utter so much as a word in the presence of the others, let us return to the Dreadspear. Your weapons you may keep until we reach the ship. You will have no need of them. Anyone?
Are we being told to surrender our weapons? Sorry.
Once you reach the ship, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're basically saying we don't want to believe that this is heresy, but if you have done this, it's fucking insane. Yeah. Essentially. Alright, so you are escorted through the Caestus assault ram, brought up into orbit. It takes time. It takes hours of tense time. As each of you are being brought into orbit, I would be interested in hearing what is going on in your minds. Like, what are you thinking?
Well, for me, it was a decision I did not want to do, but it was a risk and it paid off, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I saw any physical corruption take place on any of the kill team, but just in general, the whole thing is completely like anathema to how Aegis thinks. So the whole experience was like incredibly risky and something he does not want to ever repeat.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
But he's probably wrestling with the fact of he went along with it ultimately, and you don't really get points for voting no if you still went along with it. So whether he likes it or not, he agreed to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. David?
I mean, Sven would be affronted by the fact that somebody's claimed that he has been corrupted, and then that he has to hand over his weapon. But obviously he understands that, to go up against the Inquisition is essentially tantamount to heresy, and he won't be accused of being a traitor, not when he is a loyal brother of the Imperium.
Very good. And of course, Cadigan.
Cadigan has spent a long period of his life being on exactly the opposite side of the table. And it feels unnerving, but also that he has so little to hide once the right questions are asked, that he has no doubt that he will pass any question posed to him.
Just pure arrogance. Right?
Not
arrogance, just pure faith in himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Love it. As you go onto the Dreadspear, you are met by clearly no precautions left understanding. The hangar is empty. It is what you would instantly recognize as a kill box. Lines of fire drawn across all of you, as about 30 melter guns are lowered in a phalanx. And then perhaps most disturbingly, the las guns behind them. Stood at the front of this cohort, Captain Ambrose allows you to be escorted through the Dreadspear's vaults, but at all times there are melt guns pressing into your backs, like spears of the jailers that they've become. Down and down, deep into the vaults of the Dreadspear you go, to the point where even Ambrose is having to check a holographic representation on his cogitators to make sure he does know where you are. Until eventually, you reach the cells, where stood in front of you, locking the heavy iron doors of the cells, are two figures. Brother Ryan, who is here to conduct interrogations, who is currently in heavy discussion, shall we say, as Ryan is trying to gain access to the prison cells, but is being declined access. And as you approach, you hear Ryan basically saying, "This is what is the order is given. We must determine if they have been corrupted," something along those lines. To which you hear in response, "There ain't no way Q-Team Salvation's been corrupted. Not by no demon, not by no one, you hear me? And if anyone's gonna be prodding them, I'll prod them right back." And you realise that the giant doorway to the jail cells is being blocked by Aurak. What do I do?
Aurak, my friend, some things do need to be done right. And we need to be seen if chaos has had any touch on us, even if we didn't know.
I can check
It
that
needs to be
easy.
done.
No need to be hurting no one. This thing smells out the warp like nothing. And he brings up the baby in one hand and starts like wiggling it in Ryan's face. It'll fucking start glowing if it don't like you. Watch.
Right, just like staring at
There's
at
a
the
little
child. just
1
like,
foot tall baby just dingling in your face. The head doesn't move, but the body swings underneath and the eyes just lock onto you.
I don't believe that is a tool or rack.
Baby, is he evil? The baby's eyes light up blue, and in your psyche, Ryan, you hear, "Consume, devour, mama, dada." And the baby's eyes sort of dim, and Aurak goes, "Yeah, see, Ryan ain't scary. He finds right to top bloke. Ryan ain't evil."
Look at the cat goes like, "Good luck."
I take it back.
And we are the ones being scanned for corruption.
Indeed.
The baby's eyes turn towards Aegis. Do not tempt the child. So, Aurak's still blocking the door.
So
It would be somewhat. Before I have anyone else try and convince him, does anyone want to try?
I think Riley only has the comment to say to those being interrogated is eventually along the lines of, "Be thankful it's not Asmodai in my place."
Somewhere in the other side of the galaxy.
What was that?
I heard my name.
I mean, this would be somewhat routine, right? For a
This
space
is standard, but it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's less routine for a space marine who are usually above reproach. You guys are getting essentially the intense Titus treatment, and if you remember, he went and served in the Death Watch to clear his name.
But if any group of Marines went into like a portal and
Oh yeah, it's standard to be checked out and to make sure everything's okay. But due to the nature of everything going on, the politics at play, it is very much a situation of, shit going wrong.
So we're trying to convince Aurak to move aside, right?
Essentially, yeah. I can have NPCs do it, but I thought we've got Ryan, Fool, and yourselves.
Yeah. I think Ryan would say, Aurak, as I appreciate you using
The child.
the child as a means of screening,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm certain you understand this is going to require more professional hands.
I crave milk.
It is not just a matter of mind, it is also a matter of spirit.
Aurak looks hissy, to say the least. It ain't right. Salvation don't do nothing wrong. Ain't right. But he does step aside, begrudgingly. You are slammed into individual... Why are there two Valadins on the field? You are slammed into individual cells. Aurak sort of lumbers away, but he does leave the baby with a pair of voidsmen who look a little bit confused. And then eventually... where is he? Where's his fucking name? Technically, Brother Helbarte could come help out, but Helmsman Emmett von Varga comes in, sort of taking the baby gingerly, and sort of looks to Vareeds and Amara Asugi. Right, when we are ready, lords, say the word.
Very good, helmsman.
There's an uncomfortable look on his face. Just a human being told to interrogate Space Marines. Not a good thing for him. So, who would like to go first?
Go on then.
If no one's volunteering, I'll go first.
Yeah, go do Brian.
I will do.
That'll be interesting. Oh, wait, what?
Time passes, Brian. And like any good interrogation, they keep you waiting. Deliberately, your armor has been powered down, your weapons have been taken from you. But they allow your chronometer to keep ticking. So you can see the seconds passing, the hours, the minutes. Until eventually, the gate is opened. The Remembrancer steps in to the side, stencil in hand. Brother Fool enters. Brother Ryan, having been informed he is too close to Brother Aegis to be allowed to be a part of the interrogation.
Rats.
Stepping in behind Fool comes Emmett von Varga carrying the baby in his arms.
No.
And then, lastly, Valadin.
I've never heard such despair from Brian.
Got rid of the only good one.
The sound of defeat.
This baby should. How does it keep living?
This baby is insanely powerful. It's like a full range psyker. The baby being alive is not what you should be worried about.
From the jump I voted the space the baby.
The space to baby ratio.
The baby's eyes lock onto Aegis. I know.
I know what you are.
Yeah, thank God we have an unbiased council here.
Any rational judge will purely find me not guilty. I'm dead. Little Blackadder there for you folks. The door slams shut behind you, And Valadin gestures to the others, but steps forwards himself. Brother Aegis of the Iron 10th. You are here under suspicion of corruption, decadence, and damnation. Tell me, Brother Aegis, before this begins, is there anything you wish to inform us that would later be used in your defense?
When the opportunity originally arrived, I was one of the few who voted to not go. But when you are part of a kill team, you must follow your leader and your group into the fray.
And tell me, Aegis, who is the leader of Kill Team Salvation?
In this decision, I felt the leader was Thrall, seeing as how he has the most experience and resilience when it comes to the warp. Still, I felt it was a risky endeavor, especially for one of my talents.
Your talents?
Yes, they are rather kinetic, if you will.
He turns. Are you the leader of Kill Team Salvation in its current operations, Brother Thrall?
If it concerned what has just occurred, then I was informed that I was to be their beacon, their guide into this dangerous endeavor.
And who gave the order to enter the warp?
That one was a majority decision.
Ah, the Imperium, forever known for its love of democracy.
But
Who gave such an order?
It was a seen opportunity between myself and the Inquisitor.
My sister or Cadogan?
Cadogan.
Cadogan. Interesting. Brother Aegis, when you entered the war, how did you conduct yourself? What did you see? What was around you? I have heard the testimony of Brother Thrall, but I shall hear yours.
Few times have I interacted with the warp, and it never ends or occurs how I would want it to. It is confusing to me. I find it difficult to explain. Logic, reasoning, they do not apply there.
This is a good thing. If you could comprehend such abominable things, then I would be more deeply concerned. However, I have other concern. The testimony of Brother Thrall is that you conducted yourself with excellence, and that you brought the enemies of man low with your zeal. And I see no reason to doubt the sentiments and the words of the honored Grey Knight to my side. However, there has been a raised concern. Hold out your hand.
Okay, I will.
He takes the gauntlet. Which hand? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the pressure on you. Describe your hand and which one you put out.
Well, you know, his iron hand is technically his dominant. Well, I guess there's no dominant hand, but probably his sword hand, his right hand, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
See what we did there? Your iron hand.
Better than Dawn's Imperial Fist in the latest book. Fuck me. That shit was painful.
Go, my dark angels.
Yeah, man. You're not just Marines. You are Ultramarines!
You're
Anyway.
like ravens who are guards. My raven guards.
Legion. We are the Alpha. Look, right.
We are the lords of night.
Dizzy writing.
To be fair, some of them really are that fucking literal. When you look at, like, fucking the Thousand Sons, there were 1,000 of them. When Magnus found them, they are the 1,000 sons.
You can't do that with the white scars, though. Yes, we bear our white scars.
I mean, you kind of can. Everyone ritually marks their face with a scar across the eye. That is their white scar. They do wear it, literally.
They have
Are
white
they
armor,
all
right?
this literal? I'm trying to think of the different names now. We are the Emperor's children. Fuck. You know?
Most of them are. Like, if you take into account, like, Space Force as well, their succession, like, their thing is go out and hunt a wolf, but don't bother coming back.
The Space Rules are just wolf, but...
What is your legion? We are the sons of Horus. Yeah, but what's your legion?
Technically the Lunar Wolves. Where are you from? The moon. No! You don't say! Anyway. Forgot what I was asking now. I was so fucking angry about it.
It's fine, you could be a world eater. That one's really confusing.
What do they do? Fuck's sake. Right, anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yeah, after maybe
Oh, yes,
second
corruption.
hesitation.
Yeah, so you hold out your is it the bionic or the one remaining fleshy arm you have? I believe you have one fleshy still standing.
I think they're both bionic arms.
They're both bionic at this point. Okay,
Yeah.
that's worse for
Although
you.
there would have been an original one that had the more exceptional quality iron hand, so
Valadin, that's important. Valadin takes time as he looks at your arms, passing the moments as he inspects the first one, the iron-wrought one. This is of fine craftsmanship and make. It bears the hallmarks of what I can only assume are the smiths of the 10th. Would I be right in saying this is your original bionic?
oh, why do they have to phrase it like that?
He has reasons.
Damn, that is a tough one. Original.
Does the term concern you, Brother Aegis? The bionic you took as you undertook your chapter's oath, in memory of your lost father.
I suppose you could argue nothing is the original, as it changes from time to time, but it is of the same make and fashion.
How unusual. An iron hand, displaying brevity. An elusive iron hand. Are you feeling well, Brother Agent? Perhaps your tint in the warp has made you uneasy.
Our mission in the warp has nothing to do with my uneasiness, per se. There has been many challenges and decisions we've had to make to get here that can be considered
What would you
Explain my
say
uneasiness.
was perhaps the most, in your opinion, foolhardy decision that has been made by Kill Team Salvation to date? What decision do you believe was made and was wrong?
We left a lot of questionable, heretical enemies alive when we shouldn't have
Such
in our time on
as?
Terra. Well,
Who yet lives?
well, what was the? I mean, it's gonna sound messed up, but I felt like the guy, what's his name? I can't remember. The Sin Feast.
Oh, it's
There was a lot
Imembers.
of, yeah, I feel like there was a lot of people who were potentially.
Yeah, I mean,
corrupted.
Isai's a valid military target. Like,
Yeah, it pretty much anybody that wasn't us, down below, there were some problems. Like the whole place needs to be, you know.
interesting.
We are
Well,
constantly
Aladdin-
forced to. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, please continue. I was only filling
To
the silence.
consort
Go for it.
With corrupted, in my opinion, or heretical entities, even though it is for the greater good. Our ultimate goal has allowed me to justify it, but I am not proud of it.
Pride has always been the hubris of your following. Thank you for your candor. Now, a simpler question. And you sort of turn, you realize that as you've been talking, the way that a therapist will trick you, or a doctor, to see if you're faking pain. While you were talking, he turned over your other arm and looked at your other wrist. Why do your bionics not match?
Well, out of game, I would assume one's from the Iron Hand, and one's just a normal bionic.
One's from
right?
Omnus. Remember, Omnus rebuilt your body, your flesh metal.
But we don't have to necessarily.
No,
you
you
know.
don't. You can say what you like, but your body is flesh metal.
But it should look hopefully like a regular bionic.
It looks a lot like it. You did specify that, and I'm taking that into account. Don't worry.
Alright, how can I tell the truth without telling the truth?
Good question.
We call those half
Well,
truths.
one is inferior craftsmanship, of course, as it is not from my chapter.
Inferior? You would deem this inferior?
Of course, this the Iron Hand from my chapter is superior quality.
Tell me about this bionic. Where does it begin? Where does it end? In your armor, your shoulder? And tell me how you came by it. Was it fitted by Calypso Beta Rho? Or another? By yourself?
Well, what's I mean, like the official thing that happened was like, I mean, I wouldn't actually know, right? I sort of regained consciousness and
You gave essentially permission to Omnus to save your life, and when you came to, you were made whole again. I believe this was several mission sessions ago, but
Yeah.
I've got my little note
yeah, as
here.
well.
Yeah.
Well, then I would say I sustained significant critical injuries
Indeed.
on our time in our little scuffle, and after I spent some time, I came to, and these were my replacement bionics.
So you do not know how you came by these bionics? They just appeared.
Well, I could make some guesses, but of course the official people, there's Calypso Row and different individuals. There's also some influence that I am, unfortunately, I have to attribute to the. I mean, he just has to say it. I don't know. There's surely no way of lying.
Aladdin is a very intense person. Like, as you're talking, he is staring you down. He hasn't blinked once this conversation.
His eyes must be getting dry.
You can always have a deception check off.
There's no world I'm lying. There's no world. He either has to tell the truth without saying exactly what he's at. He has to lie like an elf, in fantasy. They always tell the truth.
Right, speaking riddles.
Yeah, right.
I'm not aware of how I got this far.
Also, seeing as how I wasn't awake for the process, I can't be 100% sure who did the exact work, and perhaps it is ignorance, but
passing the buck, the final refuge of the weak.
My focus has been primarily on the mission, and
as of course it should be. You see, we have noticed from your armor's reports, what's left of them, that there is no emissions being created by these augmetics. They are imperial in aesthetic, and aesthetic alone. They do not mark they do not have the maker's mark of Mars, or Phobos, or Lucian. They do not bear the maker's mark of anything Terran. I am informed by Calypso Beta Rho that he is consulting an expert on these matters. And I think behind you, you see, Fu's probably helmeted, but there's a smirk with that. An expert in these matters. If it becomes apparent you have been harboring liaisons with the enemy within your sanctified, divine, and holy armor, I should not want to be the last of Clan Tenbara, should that come to light. Is that clear?
And he would agree with him, actually.
I'm
Should
glad.
I become compromised and unable to finish our true goal, I would want to be stopped by any means necessary as well.
I am glad to hear you say it, but words are one thing, actions another. Let us speak frankly to one another, Aegis. Brother Fool, depart this room. Take the baby with you. This man is no more psyker than I am.
Would take the baby, I think, without hesitation.
Take the baby from the guardsman. He's like, do I stay? No.
Now I'm technically out of my armor, right?
You cannot be out of your armor.
Okay.
Like, you physically can't be, to my knowledge.
Okay.
It's a part of you because of all your augmetics and all of that. We talked about it before. You're never unarmored, just depowered. Which is a beautiful image.
I guess no one will catch the scowl I give the baby on its way out.
The baby's eyes lock back onto yours.
I won't say that loud, but I'm gonna think I voted to kill
Child of iron, I see you. You have not the breast with which to feed me, but but I will feed on your ambivalence. The baby's intense as fuck.
It's gonna get the same right back, like... I did not feel a shred of shame for voting to kill that thing.
As the baby sort of has left the room, it just looks at you. And you don't speak baby, but you know it knows. And it very quietly just... Aga, as it leaves the room. Valadin turned back to you, Aegis. You have been open with what we believe to be a shard of Omnus within you. You are not alone in harboring such a shard. Indeed, we believe Ryan may be interacting with one as well. We also know of Monteo Krell's affliction. Why does this shard show so much interest in you?
What is a mechanical device in its being, right? It's it lives inside machinery. Correct?
To our knowledge.
Well, an Iron Hand would be the perfect target, unfortunately.
The special advisor to Calypso Beta Rho informs us that you may also be afflicted with another technovirus. How do you plead on this matter?
This is unfortunately true.
Indeed.
It is manageable, no small part due to the Shard of Omnus, which is another unfortunate alliance of convenience that I must suffer. Were it not for the mission at hand, I would probably have removed myself from the equation. I don't know how to game if that's even allowed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
it's the
already
best thing for the Imperium.
Yeah. But the ends justify the means, so I will remain for as long as I am useful.
I will admit to some frustration to constantly hearing that term, but that is not your concern. You have this affliction under control, I take it, with aid from this shard.
Yes, I believe its own survival warrants its own usefulness, or maybe perhaps it's the other way around. It is sort of a stalemate, as long as I keep it contained. Unfortunately, I fear I need it for now. I am open to any other solutions. I would love to be the sole owner and control of my own armor and body. But yeah.
Your conviction does you credit. Oh well, when he stands. I find no taint within you, brother fool. I see no... brother fool? Aha! I find no taint within you, brother Aegis. You are afflicted, accursed. But there are many chapters and legions that have suffered such things. So long as your faith within the Emperor is true, I see no reason you cannot continue in the performance of your duties. But understand this. Should the continued use of these abilities remain, and he gestures to the flesh metal bionic, you will find the Inquisition most displeased, and you would perhaps serve his lordship the Emperor better were you to be dissected and studied. Understand?
Yes. I would like to think that if a dissection would assist the Imperium more, then if I may be so bold, that would be quite the assistance, as I still have a lot to give.
Quite.
My talents have proven useful.
Indeed. As ever, your resolution is credit to you. Your armor's capabilities will be returned to you within the hour. The ship is yours to roam, though I recommend the chapel. And he steps out. Who would like to go next? I mean, he's eyeing up Cadigan, and you can see Reed through your jail cell is watching Cadigan through her cell. Through his cell.
Go on then. If you're eyeballing me, Reed, I suppose the pleasure of the interrogation must be yours after all.
Reed sort of looks over to you. Oh, I won't be interrogating you, Inquisitor. I am too close to the source. No, I'm simply here to observe the good nature of these ongoing questions.
Quite right. I imagine it will be similar to the Academy. You will watch behind the cogitator, and he will give her a wink.
She looks at you with revulsion. Valadin looks to his sister. This one I am not looking forward to. And he steps along the gangway. Brother Fool, join me. Bring the child. Brother Ryan, too. Sorry, George. You play spiritual leaders a lot.
Like, Through ain't no spiritual leader. He's just a very good demon-killing machine. He's just a witness.
Okay.
Being the top religious, person and the psyker person in the group.
Yeah,
so
he is needed in this. Like, he is definitely like the person to have here.
If Thrall dies, Bob, all I'm saying is I'll bring a librarian, but he's going to be like proficient in Terramancy. That's going
nice.
to be a pain.
No, I love it. That'd be great. Just as that interrogation begins, Aegis, you receive, as your armor begins again, you receive a private communique, encrypted on the very base level. And it comes from Calypso Beta Rho.
Okay. Is there a way to securely open this?
Yeah. It simply reads, I am sorry, my friend. They came for us as well.
Okay.
Basically, he didn't want to tell anyone about your Omnis Shard. He didn't want to tell anyone about your flesh metal. But he is undergoing the Toy Story 1 Sid treatment of being taken apart and his data logs being filed. All of this.
Here I thought we were sort of the in crowd.
You are and you aren't.
Yeah.
You are so long as you are of the right path. Easier said than done, of course. Now, the door opens, Cadigan, and everything goes a little bit quieter for you. Stepping inside, Valadin actively draws his whip, clenches it between his hands. Thrall and Ryan dominate the small stone cell, and very gently, they place on the floor, cross-legged, a baby. Valadin tilts his head and looks at you. Ryan Fool, before I ask you to leave this, is there anything either of you wish to ask of or speak of in the defense of Inquisitor Cadogan von Alchmerzer, elect of the High Lords?
Ryan would ask to Cadogan, so Inquisitor, High Lord to be.
Depending on the result of this interview, yes.
Was your purpose made clear and your intent true?
My purpose is to complete the mission, and the mission is the complete eradication of all chaos taint. And that will never change.
Then I have nothing you need to ask. I must only observe. That would be Ryan's question. Thrall would not have anything particular to ask, but he is keeping an eye on that baby because that thing's a fucking psychic bomb.
The baby sits cross-legged in the middle of the floor, and its eyes are locked on Thrall, gently glowing pearly white and blue.
They both have telepathy, or as telepathy as well.
The baby reaches into your mind, Thrall. Hungry. Feed me.
Where's the black chips when you need them?
What's the precedent for like
me.
for a child or like a baby to have such a foreboding voice?
It's
in
instinct.
their head.
It goes, feed me one more time, and you feel your psychic nature beginning to drain from you. Like your ability to touch the warp sapping away.
Keth will wrangle his psychic energy back, so he's not losing it and try and keep a hold of it.
You wrench, and the baby visibly twitches. Looks towards Ryan. Hungry. Paladin goes, I think we should leave the room now. And he looks towards Cadogan. Fool, Ryan, leave us.
They would leave. Through more disconcerted than anything else.
Valadin gestures to the baby, whose eyes snap up as the door closes. Valadin beckons and goes, come here, child. And the baby sort of starts to float into the air, where it drifts towards Cadogan and sort of nestles into Valadin's arms. Do you know what this child is?
I am aware it is a conduit of some psychopower, according to the data slates prior to my joining Kill Team Salvation, but to its entirety, no, I must confess.
This child is a rare mutation of the pariah gene, native to the Sisters of Silence and other organizations. Rather than being an antithesis to the war, a child such as this feeds on it, consumes it, devours it. Now, ever since we have returned from your little jolly outing, this child has repeatedly attempted to get to you. Do you know why that might be?
I was...
Drugs, sniffing dog.
It basically is.
Snitch.
Why do you think Aurak keeps this fucker around? It's a walking, like,
It's a crack
Gellerfield.
baby.
Crack baby.
Finally, the Tattletales RPG fence plot reaches.
Or what
I
I've been building up
was-
to. Sorry, Liam.
And in full confession, I was propositioned
By the baby?
by the Lord of Change, as they refer to, I believe.
You
That
would
could be
know,
the-
Inquisitor.
Meaning?
Meaning I am Lord Solar Marshal of Terror. Meaning I keep the records of the Ordo Custos. I know the rates of which traitors emerge, the rates by which they are declared. Did you know that your particular brand of Inquisition harbors the most traitors amongst them?
Cadogan would wince at this because it's something that Inquisitors of the Malleus very keenly do not speak about.
Oh yeah, but this is Valadin. I think you guys forget the rank this motherfucker held.
Thank you for reminding me.
You are welcome.
It is something that, as you will well know, it is not spoken about, but yet known. So yeah, I am aware of the traitorous inclination, but I will put forward it is a danger in our line of work. The temptation of the foul.
A slight smile crosses his face. Your first thought is that of defense, when I have made no accusation. I am simply stating statistics. It is of course natural that those of the Ordo Malleus, who dare where none other dare, would of course become susceptible to such monstrosities. I make no accusation, but your response is as telling as anything. What offer was made to you?
The standard. To betray the others, to divulge the secret, to turn upon one's allies in aid of progressing the arch enemy. One I have.
And you turned your back upon them.
Yes. Completely and utterly. I will not be submitted to by the likes of the foul, no matter how pressing.
You are a interesting creature.
I would say
Fickle.
thank you, but this is not that circumstance.
Many of the Ordo Malleus are deemed almost as Puritan as those of the Ordo Hereticus, Cadogan. And yet you find yourself consorting with demons. This is not the first time Salvation have been flexible in their alliances they are willing to make.
Oh?
Would it be so far beyond your range, Inquisitor, to work alongside a demon were it to profit your own endeavors?
Cadogan would look Valadin dead square in the eyes, and not as an act of defiance, but an act of absolute.
Hear you, I'm just grabbing the Bible.
Wow. Didn't realize it was this kind of session. There has to be a border, Valadin. You know that. Working alongside our enemies is often a way to victory. But there are some enemies where the cost is too great, the price too high. In short, never will I entertain the idea of working with chaos to ascertain the goals, even if it achieved our goals in absolution. I will never entertain working with one of those four foul things.
He looks to you. What do you know of ancient Terran scripture? Are you a learned man? Or have you always trained in the arts of damnation, of hells and other such monstrosities?
In this, you would have to be more specific. There are current, but there are ancient texts that I am versed. Dependent on the circumstance and the mission, of course.
He brings out a small folded parchment. There is a story in ancient Terra. It is broken and damaged. But it goes upon a man who had a damsel with a palace come unto him, saying that he was with a prophet of the time. And he denied them, know not what thou sayest. And he was gone, the maid sought after him. Third time came with him the prophet himself, a man of a city of Nazareth. And again he denied him, for he did not know the man. And he began deny 3 times before a cockerel, an ancient Terran avian creature, cooed for him. And then he realized that in his denial, before the crow called, he was already fulfilling what had been told to him already by this prophet of old Terran. And he went, weeping bitterly. How am I not to know, Inquisitor Cadigan, that you are simply not the cooing cockerel who has denied thrice what is already preordained? How do we not know that your corruption is not your very worth? Which I will admit, as a Christian, is a fucking broken way to interpret Matthew verses 69. But but it is a thing.
You already know the answers, Valadin, and you cannot. But once that question is asked, once that door is open, the entire Imperium could be a traitor. Faith in one's allies and faith in one's brothers are the cornerstone of this entire Imperium, and it has held us together this long, and I'd be damned if it broke us apart.
You would be damned either way, Cadigan. You are damned either way. You are immortal, not enhanced, not remade in the image of him. You don't even have the creed of the Sin Feast's insanity at your side. And yet, you emerge unscathed, clad in black new leathers, with a mask of gold upon your face. Can you even take that mask off?
No. Because prior to entering the warp, you will have approximately 50 members of the Sin Feast confirming that Confessor Malkian assisted in the purging of sin. And the purging of sin was the sacrifice of my flesh.
The testimony of the chapter of the 18th founding has already been heard, and it speaks in your favor. You are fortunate of this. However, I am less easily swayed. I do not trust you, Cadigan, nor do I like you, and such a combination makes me unwilling to believe you as a matter of instinct. You reek of corruption. You taste of befoulment, and I would see behind that mask, Cadigan. So I will ask this once, and once only. What are your intentions towards my niece?
What a build.
Cadigan
Thanks.
Cadigan would narrow his eyes. You do not need to like Valadin, but my actions thus far have proven nothing but forthcoming and honest. And despite your sister's belief in the contrary, I do care for your niece.
Care for her all you like, but I am the closest thing that girl had to a real father. And if you intend to corrupt her in body or mind, perhaps I should simply let you die a heretic. And if you want, you can roll an insight check, or you can kind of just guess his motivation.
Yeah. I'm not going to need to run an insight check. And it's going to be a dicey move on my part. Your actions to defend your family are honorable, but should you use your dislike of me to accuse me of heresy, you are no different to that who currently sits on the high throne at Terra. You use your power without proof. I have nothing to hide, Valadin, and neither do I pretend.
Good. Good. Your anger is enjoyable. Your righteousness satisfying. You truly have no ill intent towards my niece, man to man, warrior to warrior.
For fuck's sake, Valadin, if you can't read between the lines, I love the woman. And I will not utter it heard outside of this room, lest your sister decides to enjoy herself in teasing me for the next 30 years.
Valadin's face softens and smiles a little bit too wide. Oh, I was hoping you'd say something like that.
Is that Reed's voice? Just
No.
out of character for a second.
It's Calliope.
Question, Bob.
Yes.
For fuck's sake!
Wasn't there like an observation from like the outside in as well?
In what sense?
Wasn't like Reed observing this as well?
Yeah, but when the doors are closed, these are like airtight. We're talking sealed. Like even Fool and Ryan can't hear this conversation.
Ah, gotcha. I thought at the very least there was a look in.
No, I wouldn't do that to Cadigan.
Cadigan would turn around to where Calliope is undoubtedly skulking.
No, she's Valadin.
She's Valadin.
Valadin's face softens, the smile stretches a bit too wide. A bit like the fucking selfie film, what's it called? Truth or
The
Dare.
Snapchat filter.
Yeah.
Blech.
It's Calliope in the polymorphine.
Damn you, woman. Not
Oh
only are you
no, don't say
well-trained-
that, that's heresy. Tut.
Tut tut indeed, for someone who shouldn't have been interrogating me.
Well, Uncle was disposed?
Disposed of? Heretic!
I'm the heretic now! Am I? I'm the heretic! Hi, Lord Cadigan.
Well, Cadigan would genuinely smile.
Your declaration of
what's
love
one-
does you great boon in my favours, but I have not yet been courted. You're
And
High
yes, we've
Lord.
not-
You can't just buy girls these days. Actually, you probably can. It's
have
weird.
no
All of this
interest.
is coming out of the face of a very gruff, like, near 50-year-old man.
I have no interest of purchasing the subpar. I would rather win the premium.
Oh, now
But-
that's a good one. Point, Cadigan. Point.
Thank you.
Not at all.
my dear.
Oh no, we're not that far just yet.
Oh no, we are.
Oh no, I've got no. My honor is intact for now. Irregardless, this baby's going to mentally fuck you in a second. Try not to die.
Well, then, I suppose it is either goodbye or good luck, then, is it?
When isn't it with our line of work, Inquisitor? High Lord? Boyfriend?
Now, you haven't courted me yet.
Oh, I have to. Oh, that's. Oh. Oh, come on, you're
I
not
believe-
playing hard to get now, are you?
I believe the old Earth term is called touche, bitch.
Yes, I don't know. Fuck off.
I'm sure. Anyway, I'm sure that this strange warp entity with a flesh battery wants to say hello.
Cadigan, this baby will rip you apart if there is anything you are hiding. Seriously, this thing is awesome. Is there anything I can do to help?
No. And my one warning to you, my dear, is to keep an eye on what goes on inside this system. There are things at play here that are looking to take advantage of us. And I would say as much
Speak
to...
plainly, we cannot be heard in here. I have made sure of it. Otherwise, my own ruse would be a little bit cocksure, don't you think?
Point. In that plane, the forces of chaos are seeking to take advantage of our situation. They wanted Nihilus taken out of the picture, as far as I am aware. This only plays to them. It plays to us. But they will seek to take advantage of this.
Of course. I will make sure the right people in the right place know of this. Okay? This is all I can offer. Please don't die. I have come to like you, Cadigan. I would appreciate it if you remained warm. And she steps out the room. Obviously, everyone else just sees Valadin walking out the room. It's fucking funny. Alright. You okay, Liam?
Shut up!
Liam trying to get all the Tattletales bitches.
God, you
Hey,
make me crease.
I'm nearly there.
Say again,
Shut your
George.
whore mouth.
It's like, God, you two make me crease.
Crease?
Yeah, cringe.
Don't know what that means. Cringe. Oh, I thought that was quite good.
For romance in my 40k.
In my
Humbug. Heresy.
It's less romance. I will stress, Calliope has no interest in actively romancing Cadigan. It's for her, it's mostly a power play, and at least Cadigan's someone she actually enjoys the company of, or at least gets what she is, and you know, everything. But I have no intention of like slapping it down sexual style with Liam. Not in this campaign. Walking Dead.
Not yet.
Once that kid's here.
What? Walking Dead? I'm 12 years old!
Shit, I thought you were like 17. Once you get, I was going to say, once a few years pass in game. I'm going to need a hell of a few years.
I won't say it makes me cringe because I'm playing as all the ruthlessly autistic space marines, so
Don't worry, George, we'll get you a love interest. It will be Brother
love
Fool
you,
shipped
James.
with Brother Ryan.
Oh, fuck off.
Romance yourself. Either way, Liam is about to get absolutely violated, so 1 second. Back, sorry. Ow. As you turn towards the child, Liam, it's sat on the floor, watching you.
What?
Its head tilts slightly, and you start to feel it probing at the corners of your mind. What would you like to do?
I would be slightly guarded because I still, despite explanation, one still doesn't know what the fuck this thing is. But I wouldn't be up in arms about it yet.
That's fine. You will be in a second. As the baby rears into your mind, you hear a single word. Dada.
I am not your father.
Dada.
Oh dear God. I didn't birth you, boy.
Dum dum. And an image goes into your brain of Aurak snapping you in two like a twig.
I can be if you like.
Yes, I am, Dada. It's hard to roleplay this fucking kid, honestly. The baby keeps intense pressure on you, and you start to feel your gut twist. And behind your mask, your skin begins to bubble. You begin, Liam, to feel what I will refer to as the glamour fading. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You are not Dada. Hey, honey.
No, I am Inquisitor Cadogan. I remain Inquisitor Cadogan, and shall always be Inquisitor Cadogan.
The baby's eyes flash green, and it looks at you, hiccups, and explodes.
Wait.
The baby detonates. Guts and blood, intestines, brain matter jettison across the room. And in its place, you see curled up a tiny little embryo, which then swells, getting bigger, to the size of a man. And it turns and looks at you from its fetal position it's cowering in. It's wearing a golden mask as its head tilts with nothing else. It's just drenched in blood and a golden mask. It's completely withered, its muscles giving way to rot, to skeletal bones. Not dissimilar to the reports you've seen of what's his name? Ankeloclast, right? It coughs, and you see corrosive bile sizzling from its mouth. Its afflicted skin twists as the warp itself rolls over its skin. Horns curl from its head as spines emerge like hairs from its back. With wings instead of arms, its front hands giving way to Kamazotzian wings, like a wyvern.
Sorry, you cut off if you're speaking.
It calls you Papa. Fucking mic cutting out when I try and do any fun voice. It's so annoying.
If it's still wearing the golden mask, isn't it?
It is, butt naked, covered in blood. The the best
Well-
way to be, honestly, in my experience.
Whilst the blood is not attractive, boy, if I look as adorable in that mask as you, I suppose that there is hope.
It leers towards you. Its tongue rolls out of its mouth and splits into three, sort of licking across your face.
I would take the tongue and just place it back with the child. There is such a thing as too personal.
I understand. Oh, sorry.
Your mic is cutting out a hell of a lot.
You shove its mic. You shove its tongue back down its throat, and it looks at you and goes, "Rude, very rude. Where did you learn your manners from, Reed?"
No, she learned hers from me, probably, but licking somebody without knowing them is most rude yourself.
I wanted to savor you. Taste what you were. Everything that I am, Papa.
I doubt that. You won't get that kind of taste from me.
No.
You are something else.
You
boy.
taste exquisite. Your
Thank you.
sweat is a delirium to the prince. Your body a testimony to hubris, and your flesh a temple. My, what are we now, Inquisitor? No, not Inquisitor, that's not what you call yourself, is it? High Lord.
I am at war.
With who? Chaos? Demons? Your own beating heart? Or me?
If necessary, boy, to defend the Imperium, I will be at war with all of them, and I will win.
Not without me, Daddy. Not without me. This is a fun chance to talk. A fun chance to make things right.
Oh, I'm sure. Vindication. Not interrogation, then, is it?
I am you and you are me. Together we will taste exquisite in the darkest of hours. You're going to need me, Cadigan. You're going to want me. Every bit of your craven flesh craves the sublimity of my touch.
Very well. I will not treat you as a child, and will treat you as the entity you so humbly reveal yourself to be. What the fuck do you want, and what the fuck do you think you could bring that I would ever possibly be interested in?
The demon's head tilts. Do you still think I am that baby? The baby simply opened the gate. Let me talk to you. It's listening, the foul little thing. Whether it understands or not is another problem for another day. But aren't we all just problems for other days, Cadigan? You've dragged me into Materium, kicking and screaming like a newborn. I'm your child, and I crave nourishment.
You are not the child, and it is painfully obvious no matter how you may fool the others. Now out with it, before I start to lose my temper. And that mask that's so attracted Faladin starts to slip.
Just checking in, Liam. Quickly. I want your flesh. I want you to do what you are meant to do. Give in. Give me your flesh so that I may anoint you in holy debauchery. The girl who taunted you, do you not want her? She can be yours. You can be irresistible.
Oh. And Cadogan would almost be hyperly amused at this. Cadogan would, from his sitting position, lean forward on his elbows. I'm assuming it's like an interrogation table.
No desk, it is just a stone box that you're in, basically.
Well,
The Dreadspear does a lot of this sort of shit.
either which way, he would lean forward. Let us make a bargain then.
The creature scuttles, and you realize it has several more hands than you previously anticipated. I'm listening.
How about I sit here and you slit your own throat?
And in return?
In return, I will forget about your existence, as painful as it is.
You know that this is just an illusion.
Oh, yes.
I am not yours to kill, not yours to command.
You are filth of chaos. By decree and by lifelong training, you are mine to kill. And I will take every single opportunity to purge filth like you from existence.
I offer power, Cadogan. More than power, I offer opportunity. I can give you what you want. I can give you what you need. Let me offer everything to you. Every one of your petty desires. Every one of your mortal concerns. I can give it to you all.
Out of all of this conversation, and all of it that you have listened into, yet your enfeebled attempts at swaying me, you still don't understand. All that I desire will be mine in time, and I have no need of you.
You will die before you ever see the Blackthrone. You will die like a muley dog whipped by its masters.
If I die and the outcome is the one I want, I get it anyway. My death is a small price to pay.
Your death has no value. The demon flipped steps away. I'm here to stay, Inquisitor. I am you, born of pride and hubris, born of everything you pretend you aren't. This baby can eat me all it likes, consume my form, but so long as you live, so do I.
And I will fight you every step of the way, and more than that, I will continually win, if only to piss you off.
You're arrogance is a fragrance. And it slowly dissolves into blood on the floor. And as you focus, the room shifts slightly. And sat in a small pool of blood is the baby. It tilts its head at you, and that telepathic link rekindles, essentially. And in that link simply goes, kill?
If you're on about the entity, by
Kill.
all means.
Kill. And then its head tilts. Kill.
If that is what will satisfy you and the others, do it. But I will fight till my dying breath.
The baby's psychic terrors intrude on your mind. You feel it deep within your gut, in your soul. It starts to wrap around you. You feel a tightness in your chest. Your body begins to heat up. And then it suddenly passes. And the baby's eyes have gone slightly golden. And a much deeper voice emerges from the baby's mouth, fully audible. You are not yet forsaken, child. Come to me. Find me. I will purge sin from sinner, and I shall find the one sheep led astray. And the baby blacks out onto the ground, its massive head like Megamind just bonking in.
Oh. Do I know what voice that was?
You've never heard that voice before.
I will DM you something.
Yeah, by all means. As you DM me, we will pop over to Brian. Hopefully for a slightly less intense interrogation. A few moments go by and Emmett comes into the room and goes, sorry, I'm just going to take the baby, and just takes the baby and walks out. I'm going to assume because you're alive, you're fine. And leaves the door unlocked.
Cadogan is going to go to his rooms and wear off the fucking pounding headache that currently exists on his lovely little head.
Okay, somewhere to a bar then, perhaps. Valadin? Who we obviously now know is about as Valadin as, me, is waiting outside of the cage for Brother Sven, and he turns to Fool and Rhine. Brother Sven is the last of the ones we must interrogate, but also the one I have the least experience with. What can either of you tell me of the Sons of Russ?
Thrall would not answer on sheer bitterness because of the months of shame.
Oh god, yeah. I'm sensing tension.
Right, also it's finding it tricky to answer because you're asking the two fuckers.
Yeah, 100%.
Ryan would speak up though. Prideful, stubborn, with enough to match my own chapter.
He smiles and with a slightly effeminate touch puts his hand on your vambrace. Not like others I've heard of, Brother Rhine. Now, let us speak with this one. Opens the door. It's kind of weird now you know it's Calliope. I want to do Calliope's voice, but it's still Calliope pretending to be Valadin. Who, by the way, is currently, drugged in his office.
She is going to be in so much trouble later.
Yeah.
I do have to wonder though,
Go on.
and this is purely just for the sake of the way you described it, with it being a more effeminate. What was the way you
Just
described it?
almost slightly camp, yeah.
Wait, no, would that be a right insight? That's a sign
don't-
that something's off.
I don't think so, because again, the ruthless autism of the Space Marines kicks in here. I don't think you'd even notice.
I think
Yeah.
everything the humans do is camp to us.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all
Everyone who's
weird.
got us is gay.
The ordo, I can't say that, we're live. As you three enter the room, what is the state of Brother Sven? Shall I say? Shall I ask?
Offered all the waiting he's had to do, just pacing around, just scratching his nail across the wall, just like, for God's sakes, when are they getting here? This is a waste of my time. And as he sees you come through, well, it's about time we get this done with.
Alright.
Yes, this seems about in character. Fretch not Vlad. Sorry, what's his title? I would refer to as Vlad.
Paladin is fine. Or Lord Inquisitor, or Solar Marshal. You know, all count.
Fretch not Solar Marshal. This is perfectly within the bounds of the Space Wolves.
Somehow I am not surprised. You are Sven Grimsnarl of the Vilka Fenrika, I understand.
Yes, I am.
Vlad and Calliope rubbed their eyes. Alright, are you corrupted? If I say, fuck Terra, what do you say?
Your throat would be ripped out before you could finalize your next breath.
That's a good start. A bit graphic, but a good start.
My devotion and purity to the Imperium is as pure as the snow that falls on Fenris.
We have a poet on board, gentlemen.
Nothing is greater than Fenris's snow.
Really?
In terms of pure.
I would have to ask Officer Grimley. Now, Sven. Why do you look funny? You have
Define
fur, fangs, teeth, and markings. You are mutant.
The floor of the gene seed has affected me to a degree.
You openly admit to your chapter's gene seed being defective. Bold. Not many
Defective.
would. No. How else would you
Just
define this nature of yours?
Simply a greater trial passed along to the warriors worthy.
Ah, how noble. Not an aberrant genetic freak that leads you open to taint and perhaps already is tainted. Where there is aberration, there is failure, and where there is failure, there is the warp.
And where the warp is where we sent those pathetic sons of Prospero. Fleeing like mutts.
I assume this is a reference to some great trial or war that I'm too loyal to have heard about.
A long begotten war. Many, many moons ago, still referenced by the old ones.
And how does this defend your corruption?
There is no corruption.
Your body speaks of corruption, your flesh changes. You are a mutant. You are impure. Your very nature is decadence.
Were I so impure, the Imperium would have ended me long ago.
I would
My
gladly
brothers
acquiesce to that. You entered the warp alongside Kill Team Salvation. A kill team, it is suspected, harbors the divine right of the God Emperor, and as such, their abilities have been immeasurable. They have survived Tunida infestations, Necrontyr calamities, and worse. They are often beyond reproach and deemed as such. But you are not of Kill Team Salvation, are you, Grimsnarl?
I wasn't prior to being.
So how can you
Assigned.
enter the warp unguarded and emerge unchanged?
You are saying that I am not of Kill Team Salvation, yet I have been assigned to them by that right. Surely your own words prove the God Emperor also provides me his divine protection.
A bold statement to assume anything of him on Terra.
I am merely using your words and logic based upon them.
My logic is that Kill Team Salvation has clemency from him. But you were deployed into the middle of a war zone with no protection. You then entered the warp with no protection. Now, the testimony of Brother Fool is that you have conducted yourself well. Is that right, Brother Fool?
Indeed. As ferocious as ever.
Ferocity is not necessarily divinity. I have fought far too many World Eaters to make that mistake. But there is faith in violence. And Calliope sort of tilts her head. Are you a superstitious man, Brother Grimsnarl?
How about the dictionary for that one?
Superstitious.
Oh, I didn't mind.
Sorry, I know my mic is dog shit, my apologies.
I thought I heard a new word.
Depends on the
You're
superstition.
learning. Do you believe in fates?
As a son of the Imperium, my fate is to die.
I did not ask what your fate is. I asked, do you believe in fate?
I do not believe in them, I would not believe in my own.
So if I were to say the term weird to you, would it have no meaning for you?
It would mean that you have said the word weird.
Strange for a psyker of Fenris not to dabble in the weird. It is the core tenet of your chapter that there are deliverances to be made. The belief that one day your own Primarch will return. Do you believe you have a weird, Brother Sven?
Sucks.
That's right. WYRD, if you're wondering. It's the Space Wolves' belief in
The word, yeah.
weird. Yeah, they're weird. That's why Bjorn was so important to Lehman Russ. It's just a tactical
Right.
marine he kept with him at all times.
And here I thought this Calliope just
Sorry.
said names over and over again.
Yeah, my brain, it took a second for my brain to kind of click because I am
It's all good. Take time.
If you are referring
To
to
the
the word, to the word,
word. Word, dude.
Wired.
Word.
Good word.
Word.
Words are weird.
Fucking vibe. Cadigan shoots himself like. What do you know of Brother Fafnir and Brother Ube? If anything.
I'd have Ryan tense up.
Mm-hmm.
I clarified.
You would
in
see
one
the
of
physical reaction from Ryan as well to that.
I clarified. I'd met one of them.
You knew Brother
before.
Ube. You formerly knew of Brother Ube. Fafnir,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I know of. If only just in passing. Brother Fafnir is a name I do not know.
Do you believe the Emperor has a sense of humor?
That is not for me to determine nor take a guess at.
For every Space Wolf who has joined with Kill Team Salvation has died. Brutally. Violently. Brother Fafnir was destroyed. Brother Ube, we are uncertain, but it seems to have survived somehow. But the fate of those of the Vilka Fenrika who join with Kill Team Salvation is rarely a positive one. So if you have a weird Brother Grimsnarl, surely it is to die.
If, as I said, it is my fate to die upon a battlefield for the Imperium, that is my fate as a son of the Imperium. Be it through the weird or simply duty.
Aladdin sort of intently looks at you for a moment. I see no falseness in your words, as rigid as they are. Brother Rhine, I find you more capable than most to speak to the spiritual. What do you make of Brother Grimsnarl? Is he just another dog thrown to the wolves in this? Or do you think there is truly a chance that he is here to stay?
Pulled a dog, my lips would turn into a snarl, sorry.
Yeah, tough.
Firstly, the puns are not necessary.
What pun?
Throw to the wolves.
I mean that quite literally. If the fate of the wolves of Kill Team Salvation is to die, then it is divine humor that keeps them being sent to us. We seem to have an endless supply of space wolves these days.
I would not view their lives so numberlessly, I suppose is the word I'd make up and use, as expendable. But
No servant of the Emperor is expendable. Not from the lowliest guardsman to the highest custodian. But what
This
do you
one
make of
seems-
this servant? Apologies.
this one seems determined to remain on the path of which he sees before him. Though it is much, much too early to tell where that path will lead him and what it means for us. For now, I do not see any need to doubt, or at the very least suspect, it is to the deficit of us. Deficit's the word, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What am I thinking of?
Detriment, deficit, both work.
Detriment, that's the one, not deficit.
Both
It is
work.
not, it is not to our detriment.
And the mutations of his flesh. Acceptable within the bounds of his chapter.
Long has my chapter harbored hatred for the mutant
Rightly so.
But it seems little different to that of the equivalent of an abhuman. It seems he's still within service capabilities, therefore he shall serve.
Indeed. My sister beggars can hardly be choosers. Very well. Sven Grimsnarl, your weapons will be returned to you. I see your hands itching for them. You shall remain as an official member of Kill Team Salvation. You will serve with honor and die with honor. Understand that our mission is this. We seek the Blackthrone, the installation upon which the son of the God Emperor of mankind, born unto him by the Lady Saint Rhea, resides. We shall free the son from his mortal bindings. We shall serve unto him faith, deliverance, and fealty. As a member of Salvation, you shall see this end become apparent. I truly hope you do not meet the same fate as all other of your kin who have served alongside this unfortunate group. I find Kill Team Salvation without taint, without corruption. Which means that your abilities, and she's addressing kind of all of you now, as you sort of gather, which means that your abilities and your success within the warp cannot have been accidental, cannot have been without providence. None may enter hell and drag Beelzebub out, screaming at his ankle, without corruption, and yet here you stand. This is the work of him. Be it the Father, be it the Son, but the gaze of the Emperor is on us all. Do not be found wanting, Salvation. Your ship is yours, though I recommend not pissing off Captain Ambrose. And Valadin bows his head, winks at Cadigan, and will depart. A few moments later, the helmsman awkwardly shuffles off with the baby, who sort of just stares at Cadigan incredibly intently.
If it's okay, could there be a moment, like, after Thrawley's rhyming within the cell with Sven for a moment?
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Whilst the baby leaves, as soon as everybody turns their backs, I shove my middle finger up at the baby.
The baby looks at you with disdain.
Like, after the Thraw and quote-unquote Valadin leaves the room.
Yeah, Valadin.
See rather cozy Valadin as a recent Cadigan.
Oh my.
Yes, he's a member of the Reed household, didn't you know?
In passing, maybe I didn't know. Now, Ryan would to look to Sven. It's like, your impatience, you wear it on your sleeve. I should say on your embrace. Space Wolf. Do you intend to... I assume you intend to invoke our jewel soon. Now
Yes. Our jewel will come the moment that I am freed of these restraints, and we have a battlefield worthy of ourselves.
Very well. I'll take you up on your challenge then. I'll be bringing Longclaw.
Oh, and you can see sheathed at the side of this Terminator, there is a masterwork Fenrisian weapon. Like, beautiful. Sorry, George.
I've been meaning to ask about your Fenrisian blade.
Then while we have the room, ask.
Whom did you get it from? A blade like that is normally really either returned to the Fang or laid to rest with its owner upon return.
It belonged originally to Brother Fafnir. He often traded weapons depending on circumstance. He opted to change to the power sword because of its armor-piercing capabilities against armored foes of the Tyranids. And he handed me originally his chainsword, Holmgang. Now, Fafnir met his end on Avalos, slain by a Carnifex,
It was fucking badass.
the animal of Avalos. While the rest, aside, it was Fafnir and Devastator who were brought low by a Carnifex, and it was myself and Talon's soul who were struck by a demon prince. I, by possibly providence or perhaps luck, survived, and I awoke to the corpses of my brothers with nothing but the gene seed that Talon's soul had given me. And I saw their equipment that needed to be brought back to their chapters. So I took the storm shield of the Lamenter. I took, unfortunately, the weapon of Brother Devastator was long since missing. I regret to find that was destroyed. And then finally, there was the power sword belonging to Brother Fafnir. I wielded it as such throughout the entirety of the Avalos campaign. After which, I was intended to keep it as a relic, to be taken back to Watch Station Epoch, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. That's your watch. Yep, that's your watch station.
Watch Station Epoch, to be then made into, I suppose, martyrdom, to be forever commemorated as a valiant member of the Death Watch. But that did not come to pass. For the devil that haunts us still, that is Omnis, decided to make its return, the very epicenter of all that has gone on from this point. So I took up Longclaw again, as Fafnir named it, and I have wielded it in vengeance. Does that satisfy you?
For now, yes. But as I say, the blade should have been returned in honor. However, if you are honoring its previous wielder for vengeance, I will allow it as such for now. But upon vengeance being achieved, I will personally see to it that it is returned to the Fang. Commemoration.
Do not misunderstand me, Sven. It is a weapon that belonged to your chapter. Stubborn as I may be, and as much hatred drives my purpose forward. If you feel the need to take it again and send it back to Fenris, then I shall accept it without question.
You have sworn an oath to deliver vengeance for Brother Fafnir. I will not stop someone from avenging a brother of mine. See to it you complete your mission. And then we shall return the blade.
A last moment of candor, I suppose. You are aware that Officer Grimley from Avalos was sent to Fenris.
I am
correct?
aware.
I gave him a responsibility that only he was capable of performing at the time, or he had proven his mettle, and it was a last-ditch effort to reliably return your brothers to their chapter. Please, if you'd please honor him further. he returned the Gene Seeder Brother Fafnir and Brother Ube to Fenris. So if it eases your mind, they have been returned.
This would also further expand on why he was met with such honors. Nonetheless, he is a good man, and you have done well and right by my chapter.
I shall
And for
await.
that, I appreciate it.
Rywood and Claire said, I await the duel. Fox me when you are ready. As he would then leave the cell where I'm certain Sven is unbound, so he can.
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
himself.
100%. Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking leave him in there. A loophole. The duel would never begin if he's never let out.
Nah.
It just essentially comes down to DM me when you want to fight, bro.
Pretty much. I'll be in your DMs. Okay. As you leave, the pair of you, your gear being returned to you, you are stood in the jail cells, forming a slow ring. As stood in the room with you, Valerie Reed quietly takes in her surroundings. So it comes to this. Talk of betrayal. Talk of traitors and demons. Corruption. I want it known. I lobbied for none of you to be interrogated. You are to me beyond reproach, beyond doubt. I want it known that you are salvation. You have proven once again, all of you, with these actions that you have taken, with the capture of that creature. Through all of this, you have once again proven he is with us. The Emperor is with us. Our cause is a divine one, and it is his will. Take steel in this, my friends. We shall never forget the crimes of this Adonis. We shall never forget the horrors committed. But let us also never forget nor forgive the fools who would turn our own against our own. We are the righteous. Take heart in this.
Never mind, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight read?
Go for it.
Specifically, I think Rye's trying to figure out, is she making the mistake of trusting people, I guess?
In what
'Cause
sense?
Because it's the idea that Inquisitors, you never trust an Inquisitor, right? Is she, I guess, slipping up on that, not motto, but mindset?
You can make an insight.
Because this seems awfully open even for her.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Any particular DN?
No, I'm more interested in how many successes you get.
No worries.
First roll of the session. Fuck me, Jesus. 6 successes. This is more, she's like a zealot among friends. In that you guys just went into the warp and pulled a demon out. They don't know about the changeling. They don't know about all of that shit. This to read is divine providence. This is, we are doing the right thing. The God Emperor wants us doing this. Vindication. I am correct. Everything I've been preaching is right. It's basically just, it's the zealot realize, like, you know, it's that mindset. She trusts all of you almost explicitly. The exception being Grimsnell, just because of time. But Ryan and Aegis, I mean, she trusts beyond anything. So for Reed, this is clear divine proof that she is in the right, that she is doing the right thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, my brain goes, that's inherently dangerous.
Extremely
Not
dangerous.
the most trustworthy duo.
Extremely dangerous, but when has Reed been anything but?
That is true. She's been very open to the fact that she's very assured of herself, even if no one else is.
This is it. Reed has always believed in herself before anything else. It's been, I'm in the right, I know I'm in the right, whatever the needs are, I'll get it done. And now she has proven, as far as she's concerned, that her kill team are incorruptible. Her kill team can go into the warp. Her kill team get the job done, you know? And to her, that's basically saying, yeah, the God Emperor's on your side. You're doing the right thing. Extremely dangerous.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah,
Danger.
absolutely.
Ignore those stains on our soul.
Respectfully, that's Reed for you. She's never been a subtle character in that sense.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a sense as to where her mind's at, and it's very clear. It was the I was so fucking right.
It's the fuck yes sort of thing.
They fucking called it kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Cadigan would be a responder to that. Your trust in us is appreciated, but let us not forget why we went through what we did.
Indeed.
He
We have him.
is here.
Yes.
I would request that as an order, Malleus, vindicated by this recent chat, that I am present during the interrogation.
Reed smiles. My dear Cadigan, I absolutely insist upon it. I insist upon us all being there. Adonis has spited us before. But finally, my friends, finally we have a victory. We have been on the back foot since Avalos. Since we put to death a world of the Emperor. Shame has dogged our footsteps since. But now, my friends, we have the upper hand. And it's time for some Kentucky Fried cunt when I find that Kairos. So let's go get it.
I just realised you gotta have a point. We've been consistently on the retreat.
Yeah, this is the first win you guys have had, like, for a while. And Reed is feeling that. She's vibing with it, you know? Like...
It almost sounds like the hope has finally returned to our eyes.
A little, yeah, you're starting to see a little bit of the Reed that found the Blackthrone, the little bit of the Reed that you can start to see why this person is the one who is involved in all this shit, you know? This isn't the broken and defeated, betrayed Reed. This is the Captain Holt vindication Reed.
Well, we need to call upon Calliope, Trooper Gently, and all those who are present.
I think the more the merrier. The more who can spot his lies, the better. Yes, say names. Let all come and watch the jester dance.
Far be it from me to be a party pooper, Reed, although he shows no evidence of the once was Nihilus. It would be prudent for those who are less defended to be shielded.
Oh, don't worry about that. This Adonis has no chance of corrupting anyone here. And even if he did, the mind is a fickle thing. No, don't worry. We've cut off his arms and legs. He's just a little turd of a mouth now. And do you know what I'm going to do when we're done with him? Seeing how we've already cut out his eyes. I've got a plan for him.
I thought your classic maneuver would be out the airlock.
Oh no, and waste a perfectly good servitor. I do need something to act as a lamp in my office.
Like Ryan looked at Aegis with like,
Yeah.
how concerned.
Doesn't that not cross like a line?
No, servitors are used for all
Sort.
sorts. Where do you think the wax for purity seals come from?
But-
Like,
This is a corrupted individual, right? Like,
No,
This
she's
is,
just very, very petty. They,
Out of curiosity, can I make an insight check to see if, and forgive me for doing this because this is dangerous, but Cadigan is on the watch. Can I make an insight to see if our lovely Inquisitor Reed is taking pleasure from this?
oh yeah, there's a sick satisfaction. No insight needed. There's a sick satisfaction of, yeah, fuck yes, we've got him. But not in the corrupting sense. I don't want... this is just Bob to party, because I need an NPC like Reed to not be messing around with. This is very much a situation of the bitch has won. You know?
Yeah.
No, I know.
This is... Servitors in 40k, you know, you do get servitors that are just lamps. You know, like there is shit like that, and like the purity
I'm
seals.
inherently conscious that at the Ursus the Ursus system, the bridge and the walls between realities are
Absolutely,
somewhat thin.
I appreciate that. In this case, I'm purely trying to get across Reed's holier than thou mindset.
I should clarify. I wasn't going to say the fact that he was going to turn him into a lamp servitor, because that's fucking hilarious. So
That's
it
the
was more
first of
so-
her ideas.
It's more so. It's just so like kind of like sudden, and I've got the right. Like not very used to this read.
No, this
and
is
rather
Zealot
petty.
Reed.
It's rather petty, and Ryan almost feels not above it, but beyond it, kind of thing.
Which is totally valid, but you also have to remember no one was betrayed harder than Reed
That's true.
by Adonis. He was her chief of security.
Yeah.
Like, she has every right to this vindication. Either way, a small party is gathered, as you can see here. Everyone who's interested in interrogating Adonis rocks up to talk. And a few unexpected faces arrive as well. Benjamin Forsholt arrives with simply a pair of pliers and a can-do attitude. You see sort of smiling and waving as he approaches. Erlo Savini rocks up to sort of go, I thought I just joined in the fun. And then dragging what I can only describe as the largest and most egregiously offensive executioner's sword you've ever seen. I'd have to show you guys this dude's model. I'll send it later. Becomes a member of the Sin Feast. I don't think any of you have met before. Has anyone here actually met Malachi yet?
I think we've seen him.
You've seen him, certainly. He's a hard man to miss. But you see before you a huge Astartes. Not Primaris, but of equal stature. Just fucking bulky. This man's on roids. His face is almost entirely skinless from where it has been devoured, most presumably by himself. His jaw has been modified so that it can distend, somewhat like a snake's, and his teeth have been carefully replaced by fangs. His signature move being to envelop someone's head and eat it, as a combat thing. He's wearing sort of Mark V plate, sort of, this amalgamation of other armors. And like I say, dragging this enormous executioner great blade behind him. And And as he approaches, you can see that he is wearing a cape made out of entirely his own flesh, which has been sort of leathered and curated. And his armor is jet black, the black of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The confessors, the chaplains. However, his left arm is completely red. The armor has been donned completely red with blood. You would assume that this is someone of rank of like a justiciar or something like that, but it's hard to say because even as he approaches, you can see chaplains and people of the Sin Feast bowing their heads to him. Eventually, he sort of comes... Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry.
No, please. I'm only, like I say, I'm only filling the gap.
Cadigan would bow his head in respect because Confessor Malekith, was it?
Not Malekith. So, as you sort of, he inclines his head. Inquisitor Cadigan, I presume.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get Southern Drawl Davy Jones. He does the presume thing of what you get, you know, that sort of thing. It's not going to be easy, this accent, please bear with.
To whom do I have the pleasure, my lord?
This one is Malachi, the Red Hand. And little bit of a lore check or history check. This guy is of equal rank to the de facto chapter master of the Sin Feast. He is one of 3 people who act on behalf of the chapter master, who never leaves their spaceship.
Yeah, I'll do a scholar check for it.
It's alright. You can just data records. You guys would have read up on the Sin Feast when you started like actively working with them, you know.
Yeah.
Either way, 3 successes does the trick. So he's essentially. He is the same rank as Confessor Mordred, the chapter master. He's of the same level.
Confessor, who was the confessor that I was?
That was Malachite. Sorry, very similar names.
Malachite.
They're all named after cannibals and biblical figures.
No, fair enough.
But Confessor Malachite was just a chaplain, essentially. This guy's his boss. He's the head of the armed faith, the faith militant of the chapter. Again, I'll send his model later. It's offensively silly.
I had the pleasure and the duty of serving with Confessor Malachi, and assisted in purge of sin.
Malachite was a fine specimen of the faith. His flamer will be missed, but his rhetoric will be remembered. Tell me, friend of the sin, did you reclaim his corpse from the festers of the war?
That one, behind the cell door, disintegrated him. I will apologize and say that there is unfortunately nothing left of his flesh.
Truly, this is saddening to hear. Had his body been recovered, we would have rejoiced as we feasted upon his bones, and his sins made bare towards him on terror. But as it stands, you have honored us with his memory alone. Of Nox of Dominum, Cadigan, it is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Thanks to Malachite, you have both my loyalty and oath that should you require anything, I would be glad.
As you say that, he kneels down in front of you, which barely brings him on eye level with you. This is like talking to a bear. And he goes, in Malachite's reports, he spoke of you, Cadigan. He spoke of an understanding of our creed that is unusual amongst those not initiated into the flock. Do you have questions? A yearning for answers and a taste for flesh. Not the flesh of the mortal of the core, the body of the coil, but flesh of the cosmos, flesh of sin.
In that context, I hunger for all flesh of the cosmos to be cleansed of sin, and my rest will not come until that day.
His face splits, and he doesn't have lips, so all you see is more teeth, essentially. But he...
Horrifying!
Truly, I mean, look at this fucker's token.
Yeah.
But he reaches back and pulls out a bundle, which he places in your hands. Then you are truly blessed. This here be my own scribblings upon the Book of Consumption, written and penned by the great Amadeus. It would be my honor were you to peruse them, to gain an understanding of our creed.
If it does not insult, I will both peruse, and should I learn more of my ways, I would add to it in time and share it with you.
There's a flicker as you say add to it, and you think for a second, oh shit. But then he goes, you'll make a fine confessor. See that you do. I will be fascinated to learn of your insights. Now, I have a traitor to eat. And he stands. Who is first of the course?
I believe that would go to Reed, would it not?
He inclines his head. To the honor, salvation, those who were betrayed first and foremost, I acquiesce this holy task. And anyone who wants to may go in and chat with, and the NPCs will sort of wait, essentially. Orak's just there with the baby, like stroking it like a cat.
Bob,
Yeah.
Oh god.
where's Ripley?
Probably hilt deep in one of the other guardsmen at the moment.
Oh god!
Once he's done with that, he comes and joins you.
There we go.
Sort of runs over, bucking up his sort of trousers. Sorry, Jessica was at it again. I'm here.
What?
Guardsmen aren't all male.
You didn't. Ripley, my boy. No, gently. Ripley, my boy. You didn't tell me you had a lover.
I don't have a lover. This is purely physical, my good man. Come on, let's go.
He has a squeeze, George!
Please, just doing the God Emperor's work. Okay? This is a character who I was planning on killing like a long time ago.
Still time yet.
Honestly. Oh, God, my back. So, who wants to go in to interrogate Adonis? And who do you want to take with you? As long as you let him get eaten, it's fine.
Ryan's definitely going to go in. I think, if anything, he'd want to bring in Thorsholt.
Yeah, you can bring Thorsholt in.
Thorsholt and Grimley.
Yeah, fuck yeah, where's Grimmers? There he is. And Grimmer's wolf, just in case.
Of course.
To be fair, you can't really tell the wolf no.
What would be the
but
like?
saying as the blessed of the wool blessed of the Fenrisians is going in, and I'll join.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt the party are going in. It's more which NPCs do we want?
What would be the like Iron Hand's opinion on the Sin Feast?
Hopefully positive. You're related.
Okay.
Well, supposedly you're related. The official line is that the Sin Feast are an 18th founding chapter, who are chimeric between the Salamanders and the Iron Hands. That's the official, like, paperwork on them, right? In truth, they're chimeric between Salamanders, Iron Hands, and just Salamanders and Iron Warriors. not Iron Hands. I could change it to Iron Hands, I suppose. Doesn't make much difference.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make it
So,
Iron
I mean,
Hands. Then
it's
it's at
like-
least, yeah.
In relation to their consuming of flesh.
That
Is there-
is not dissimilar to some radical doctrines within the Iron Hand successor chapters. You'll find the Red Talons have similar, not totally the same, but similar doctrines. It's certainly eccentric. You would probably view it as an extremist thing to do, but it is basically the flesh is weak. It is, and it does stem from that teaching.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's not. I personally, character and out of game, I feel like my character would not be okay with this, and probably would just like walk off. Because I feel like consuming the flesh. If the flesh is weak, why are you consuming it? You know, it's like it. Like I think A just thinks it's like a noble thing to flay the flesh, but
to eat it is
sort of
too
punish
much.
yeah, I feel like if that's
Yeah,
an
fair,
acceptable
valid.
position to have as an Iron Hands, I don't know if
It's completely acceptable. I will stress he's not going in the room yet. Just because I
Yeah,
don't.
I think as soon
He's
as
not in
Flesh
there
gets
yet.
as soon as Flesh gets consumed, Age is gonna like sort of storm off.
That's fair. To be fair, he's not going in yet, and if he wants to eat Adonis, he's going to have to contend with Reed. But he's there hoping to do his thing, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they are related to the Iron Hands.
Okay.
Only just, though. It's distant cousins, perhaps.
At best.
The weird cousins you don't really talk to at weddings and stuff, you know? So, you enter the largest cell, designed to, accommodate the bulk of the Astartes. Within, curled up in a corner, silent, you see the wreck of Adonis. His legs have been severed below the knees. His arms have been torn off at the elbows. You can see the handiwork of Calypso Beta Rho in keeping him alive, as what is essentially a large engine has been punched into his back. Where Kaleem here, the Commodore, would recognize a imperial version of what is essentially a pain engine being wired into his nervous system. And you can see in where his eyes should be, black pebbles have been placed instead of his eyeballs. Inscribed on those pebbles are strange alien runes, glowing green hieroglyphs with black tendrils punching deep into his brain. He is in what can only be described as a state worse than death. What do you want to do?
Inquisitor Reed, you have the honor of the first questions. I suppose also the first beatings if you wish to do that.
Reed nods, but takes a moment. There's a slight falter in her step as she moves towards Adonis. But she does kneel down and essentially uncap his ear so he can hear her. There's a lot of things I've wanted to ask you. A lot of damned questions. I realise all those questions are shadows in contrast to the one I really want to ask. Adonis, you were a Mordian. I don't think you were anything beyond that. You had pride, you were a worthy, noble man of nobler heritage. Why did you betray us? Why? You've got nothing to lose. Why betray us? I took you in. And there's a moment as the wreck of Adonis tilts its head. And because I was loyal, Reed, until I saw the throne, until I saw what it did to you, to what it's going to do to all of us. The Hydra's heads are everywhere, Inquisitor. Everywhere. Don't call me Adonis. I am Alfarius. She slaps him and steps away. Not a good enough answer. Next. Just because I don't want it to be an NPC show, you know? You can assume that others are asking questions, or you can ask questions through certain NPCs, because I will change the response depending on who you get.
Cadigan, you wish to have Adam?
Cadigan would have a glint in his eye and bring out Scarbrand's folly. Many demons have chosen tempt mortal. Few have chosen to imbibe themselves with flesh. Why were you so eager to merge with the demon? And what was the result in that for the Lord of Change, is it referred to as?
Why would I tell you that? You don't need to know nothing. You've already done what needs to be done.
You are right. I don't need to know. But it will be so much less painful should you confess your sin.
You think pain matters? Think it matters at all? I've done my duty. I've done what needed to be done. I am Alfarius and I am victorious.
Cadigan would take the tip of Scarbrand's folly, and I'd like to think that even thematically, because it is buffed against demons, it burns even a little bit.
It sizzles. There's not much of the demon left in Adonis, but I'll give you a sizzle.
He crosses it across Adonis's chest. Pain is not unknown to you, no. But it will be an eternity before you are relieved. That eternity can be so much shorter.
Cadigan, you pompous cunt. You think for a second eternity in your arms is any different to eternity of what awaits me when I do die? The only difference is what's waiting for me in the warp is scarier than you.
Cadigan would kneel down at him and bring his face as close as possible, so he'd effectively be able to smell Cadigan's breath.
Yeah, recoil slightly.
No, Adonis. You are not going to die. Not for a very long time. The warp will not give you comfort in their torture.
Oh no. No. But it doesn't matter, see? Because I will die. Eventually this flesh will give way. It'll break. Like all blood flows. It'll change. So what's it matter? I'm a dead man walking. And every question I don't answer, everything I deny you, is another thing that I'll be praised for when I walk that crystal labyrinth. So, respectfully, Inquisitor, do your worst. I killed Callus. I can do worse than you.
Oh, quite right. There is worse in this room than me. I believe that there is a chaplain who has a personal grudge. And Cadogan would retreat forwards and eyeball Ryan.
If Ryan is given the next turn, he would. There's very clear the loud stomps towards Adonis. My expertise is normally reserved for other Astartes. So imagine what I'll do to you, Adonis. Now I want some answers. What? As he would like, even though he's like into her, he's going to like try to get as close to Adonis as possible. What was Enceladus doing on Avalos? He knew. What was he attempting to do? Why did my brothers die? Question.
Yeah.
Does Adonis have the fearless talent?
Jaded and fearless in the old rules, as it would be.
Damn. Okay. I was going to attempt to use
The head tilts slightly. Your brothers were collateral. Wrong place, wrong time. Meaningless, worthless grunts thrown into the meat grinder. What was he doing on Avalos? You never fire a gun you don't know if it works. It doesn't matter if I tell you this. I don't know Ankeliclas nothing. He's as bad as you lot, or you lot are as bad as him. One or the other. He was drowning on Avalos. He was in the oceans. You don't fire the gun until you know it works. Eh?
Where is he now, you wretched little soul?
I've no clue.
Don't you lie to me!
Oh, that ain't a lie, you funny fucker. That ain't no lie. I've no idea where the withered bastard is. How could I possibly know?
And I
What?
suppose there.
Go. No, go.
What was he going to say first? Good check.
What do you know of the
Of the
drowned?
drowned.
Make anyone who wants to make a lore check. Or just Google them. They're a real thing.
I'll do a little check. Any particular DN?
No, they're quite well known, especially after the Gulliman and Mortarian books. They're in there a little bit.
So, what DN?
3.
I assume, right? Are we considered healed?
Yes, definitely. Yes, you should all have a long rest, essentially. My apologies.
It's alright.
Thank you.
Wounds count down or up?
Up.
Up, down.
Huh? No,
Down.
you don't want to be at max wound, so you do not want to be at 14 out of 14.
Cool. Yeah, because I was trying to remember, because obviously it's different with AOS, isn't it? When
And
counts
yeah,
down,
the Saturday
counts
one's
out,
different. Yeah, it's really annoying. It tamps up, counts down. And alright, any passes?
Fuck it, this is in regards
Cadigan's
to...
got one.
In regards to Keller class, I would focus on this.
Okay, so the Drowned are a real thing. They're not one of my inventions, though they are a chapter I'm very interested in. They are a Death Guard warband who have a really sick fucking colour scheme, who often come into contact with the Dark Krakens, I think they're called, the Salamander successors. They are a Death Guard warband who specialise in waterborne plagues, basically.
So we can might encounter them on Pandoric then. Oh boy.
Well, he says, "What do you know of the Drowned?" And you remember on Avalos, the Kraken, the oceans. Avalos was not a planet without its waters, and a lot of the Tyranids ended up there. And it had its monsters in its oceans. And what Adonis says here is simply, you don't fire a gun until you've tested it. You don't drop a bomb until you know it works. I hope that makes sense.
So, essentially, it seems like Enceladus was responsible for the overgrown Kraken. I was like, down there.
He was responsible for a hell of a lot that happened on Avalos. Some bits we never got to. But do you remember that the palace had like waterfalls and all of that? When we left Avalos, I described it as having crashed and fallen because it was like a floating palace. But there was no water. I described the waterfalls and the ponds as having all dried up. That wasn't natural.
Rogue would
Back to
say
the
that Xenos creature within the waves, that was no Tyranid. That was his doing.
Whoa.
You cut out a bit there, Bob.
He laughs and just says it was collateral.
Collateral. You're fortunate your fate is not mine to determine. I've heard enough. You're of no use to me. I leave you then. If you don't mind, I'd like to go with Gently and Ripley.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's let another player chip in, but then Gently and Ripley can come in.
Yeah, just on my part, I've got Gently and Ripley.
As they enter the room, you can see Ripley's cracking his knuckles. He's the guy who's going to do this, you know?
Like, if no other player has anything to ask. I assume not then.
Anyone?
I'll go next.
Okay. Go for it.
So, you're the traitorous son who's caused so much trouble.
The head sort of tilts. I thought we killed Fafnir.
Or maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Much like your legion. Who knows what goes on?
My legion. You do me an honour. I am no legionnaire, but I have accomplished what none others can. So thank you for the compliment. Who are you then, wolf? I smell the rags of Fenris on you.
You may simply address me as Wolf. My name is not something given to scum.
I don't give a fuck either way, mate. What do you want?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just here and waiting to see you scream in agony. Call it a bit of bloodlust and vindication, but seeing traitors get their comeuppance is always a fun sight to see.
So you're admitting you enjoy the bloodshed, then?
What son of Fenris doesn't enjoy a good fight? And when dealing with a traitor, seeing you get what you deserve is just as rightful and righteous.
You'd have made a good agent.
I am a son of the Imperium, not some battling brook for some false deities.
Oh, I don't worship chaos, matey. I'm a loyal son of the Imperium too. Just like you.
And yet we dragged you in the depths of the warp, where false idols are worshipped, and you were trying to turn into one yourself by all knowledge and...
And I was that close if it wasn't for you meddling Astartes. Oh, I'm not the only god in the warp, mate. You lot want to know a little secret? That's what you're here for, isn't it? To hear what I know and know what I hear. You want to know something fun? Hey?
Humor me.
The four are the weakest they've ever been. Hey, how's that make you feel? They're vulnerable. The galaxy's uniting against them. The blood flows, but not in worship. Even if you don't care where it flows from. Ambition and change are things that are dying now. People accepting their place. And nobody takes pleasure in anything anymore. The four are weakening. And all the lesser gods of the warp, the Eterni, the Legion of the Damned, the Unknown and the Great Old Ones, they're all coming back, boys. I'm not the first god you'll meet, and I won't be the fucking last. Oh.
To be a god, here you sit, chained up.
I've touched divinity, mate. Tasted it. What have you done? What have you ever done that's even close? You're gonna torture me for all you're worth. Do it. It's nothing. Nothing compared to what I've seen that's coming. Broken angels and blooded wings. Kulu and the damned. Oceans burning. There's nothing in the grim darkness of the future. Nothing like it.
If your claim is that you were a god or even are, then my claim is to be a god slayer.
How fancy of you.
I have done. This is using your words. You are no more a god than I am a guardsman. Now,
Stop the bravado, mate. You ain't gonna kill me. There are too many people who want me dead. It ain't gonna be some fucking nobody who wasn't even on Avalos. You ain't a part of salvation, mate. You just happen to be in the right place at the right time. But you'll never be one of them.
Incorrect, scum.
Is that the Inquisitor again? Hello, darling.
us at him!
Now, boys. You can have your pound of flesh in a moment. I just have one final question for you.
Go on.
Knowing that your death will never come, and that you will never be free of the Imperium. How does it feel to be bound for eternity? Death taken away from you as new shackles chain you.
Keep me alive forever, you dumb bug. You can't even get the Emperor alive for a minute, let alone keep me around forever. My body will fail. My heart will give out. And for all your supposed power, there's nothing you can do to keep me alive. And I'm fine with it, because I know the caraclade of honours that are awaiting me in the war. I may not be a demon ascendant, I may not be a god anymore, but I am still the Lord of Change's most forthright servant. You are nothing, so you can make all the silly threats you like. But I am Alfarius, bitch. And I'm not gonna survive this. And in my death, I'll split.
Just because of his claims of being Changer of Fate's favourite, can I hit him with a Deny the Witch just to see if he's trying to channel anything, or just see if it would cause him any pain? Just for shits and giggles.
You can, and automatically we'll just sort of you feel it. All psychic prowess has been ripped from this man. He's had the baby treatment.
Oh, lovely.
His ability to access the warp has been completely torn away from him.
Oh, lovely.
Not great, in other words.
I look forward to the horrors and realizations that you will go through in the upcoming moments. Enjoy your time. Unless you forget, we have the venerable ancient ones. You can be kept alive. For many, a century or millennia.
He looks away from you. Don't matter, does it? As long as you keep me alive, it won't be anything compared to how long I'll have to apologize to my lord, should I give in. Your threats are empty. Alright, anyone else?
The Sojourner will approach on this one.
Alright.
Is Ripley still cracking knuckles?
Ripley's there going, hello. You throw hands.
I'll just look back and just go to them like, he's all yours, boys.
As though gently Ripley and maybe some of the silent squad's like, Honest! I forget for the moment about Reed and the entire cause. Why did you betray us? You are a Mordian, damn it! You are one of the guard! At least once!
I'm not me. Truly, it's worse than this engine you strapped me up to. Yeah, one of the guard. The guard's nothing but a meat grinder, mate. You're nothing but an idiot who thinks he's worth something to a worthless Imperium.
That was never the point, Adonis. That was never the point. It was all about... It was service.
And what was the point of the service, you dumb cacker? For a false god and his false truths and his lies. When I joined with the 20th Legion, and was revealed to me the fallacies of the Imperium, the falsehoods, and all that came and with. Don't pretend for a second, gently, you understand any of this. This is beyond your head, just the way it should be.
Sure, I don't get all of it, Adonis, but at very least I knew my place. I knew it all. And where has your fate gotten you?
In far greater things than you'll ever ask to.
It's like Jelly is someone welling. I was like, well, at my end, I'll be at the Emperor's side. I hope you suffer eternity in hell, you bastard.
You'll be.
You, damn it!
It's no Emperor's side, you damn fool. The Emperor's a dead thing on a dead throne. There's nothing waiting for you in there. When your soul goes screaming into the nether, it will be my God waiting for you, or one of the others. You'll be eaten and consumed. You'll be crying for your mummy and your emperor. And both will be fucking dead.
And Ripley, I've had enough.
Course you have. It's hard to hear the truth, isn't it, gently? There's nothing waiting for you beyond. Everything you do in this life is for naught. It's worthless. You're serving a God that doesn't care. A God that doesn't see you or hear you, or even know of your existence. The Emperor protects? Maybe, but the Emperor only protects himself. If he's even alive. But I've lived in the warp, gently. I've lived in the warp, all of you. I've ascended and seen things beyond any of you. And let me tell you this. Both thrones are black. And the one on Terror is black with rot and death from the corpse sat on it. Anyone who wants to can make me a quick little insight check. As you can see, Reed is reaching for the Blade of Baal. Like, this is obviously some pretty hefty shit to be saying, you know? 11 successes. We'll go with that one from Ryan. Ryan knows. Oh, so fitting. Ryan knows this technique.
I don't know why I was rolling for Aegis. I am sorry.
That is odd. Ryan knows this technique. This is not accidental. The Fallen and people like that do this sort of thing all the time. Adonis is trying to goad someone into killing him.
You will not be getting a swift death if that is what you're seeking, Adonis. No.
Worth a try, eh?
Ripley, my boy, I've had enough of this madman. And I leave it to the people whose very planet this bastard took away from.
Oh, there wasn't that much to do with Avalos. Come on, that was Ankara class, not me. You've got no reason to be pissy with me, gently. With a guard. You know we're just there to die. No, my greatest achievement was scooping out old Nihilus. Using Krell like a puppet. And filling that sarcophagus. Tricking you all. And for that little paper, my gods, am I to be rewarded in the next life. But don't put Avalos on me. You can thank Cadigan for that. Cadigan? Sorry? You can thank Cancadaclast for that.
I was gonna say.
Sorry.
What?
Lots of cut names.
Everything's his fault.
Yeah, blame Cadigan. What a twist if he fucking called out one of you, right?
What a man whore.
The real traitor here is...
The man
Adonis,
whore is the real traitor.
that was my last character. This is the new one.
From behind you, and Caliclass sends his regards and gently Trooper Grimly fires into the back of Rhine.
God.
What a twist.
So was the traitor the whole time.
I would never do that. There's one NPC in this campaign who is beyond reproach. It's Trooper fucking Grimly. You know?
Oh no, I was saying Grimly. I meant Gristle, the dog.
Oh, no. Our wolf
So,
is
like-
beyond reproach.
No, it's just the idea of a traitor the entire time, like stuck in like was basically the equivalent of a fucking fursuit, really trying to blend in.
Gristle stands on his hind legs. I am Alpharius. Unzip. Anyway, who wants to go next, or who wants to speak with him next?
Honestly, the only thing, unless we go with the suggestion that Jacob made, Erlo just goes up to us and asks, "Who are you?" in a genuine question. Other than that, I don't know.
Hello. No, who are you, mate?
But does Aegis have any questions? Or is he just there?
Brother Aegis?
I mean, I think he would, no offense, I think he would find this rather boring. I think he wants to just kill this guy and thinks it's completely pointless talking to him. Like he's
Honestly,
over
respect.
here. Yeah, he is like, I think Aegis realistically actually would have already walked out, especially when he starts shit talking the Emperor. It's like, okay, can we get to the point where we kill this guy already and go back to saving the Imperium? Like,
Fair.
because like essentially he's he's already sort of listed that he's an agent of Hydra, right? Like
Yeah, he's an Alpha operative. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a Legionnaire, but he's one of the billions of mortals who work for the Alpha Legion.
So unless it's coming from the words of somebody who's like psychically in his head, I don't think I would trust a single word he says. So I think Aegis is just kind of like, looking at his watch, like, wait, can we kill them already? Like, when's the execution at again?
Honestly, respect it. And that would be my next question of how do you want to, resolve this? You are in a position where he is, committing outright heresy.
Honestly,
Incinerator.
there's multiple ways we can go about this. There is always the servitor idea. We could simply just put a bolt gun to his head, but
Not looking so bad to feed him to the Synphes now, is it?
I guess that'd be too much sin to consume, not enough meat on the bone.
No, that's fair. So they would eat him alive in this instance. Just fun fact. It wouldn't be a good, nice ending for him. What do you want to do, team? You've got him here. You can continue to just keep him prisoner, or you can execute him, or anything you choose.
Silly question, but isn't there any threat of corruption by eating him? Like, isn't his flesh boiled, or his essence sort of?
To a degree. Synfeast lore-wise, if there's ever any mutation or anything like that, they eat it. What else did you expect?
Fucking weird.
Yeah, they're fun like that. They do often mutate and have twists because their gene seed is unstable. It's chimeric. So yeah, they are a bit odd like that. Eating him would make them. They would share him out, for want of a better term.
My God.
They
Oh,
would
he's a commodity.
they would
Jesus.
share him out. Like those that felt the most aggrieved, or in this instance, honestly, were we to go down that route, he would be taken to the Sin Feasts. At the moment, it's a chapter barge that they have. Eventually, they will cleanse the Abyssal Maw, and that will become their flagship. But that not yet. And essentially, they would ask you lot to lead the rites of putrefaction, where you would determine which Battle Brothers, who has the honor of doing it. He would be nailed down to a table through every joint, and then maybe yourselves and a company of Sin Feast would eat him. So each individual person would get such a low dosage of corruption that it wouldn't cause too much of an issue, because one person is only going to eat so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how that would go down. It would be, let's say, 100 Marines plus yourselves would eat him bit by bit, slowly, over time.
I'd nominate the Sin Feast that we brought with us from Terra to take Ryan's place in the consumption. Ryan ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
I nominate a
I'm gonna
second.
Isai would 100% insist, just because Isai views himself as a member of Salvation, even if he's not. Or at the very least, he owes them everything. So he would do it on behalf of Salvation, right?
Honestly, I think there's a compromise that we can come to here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Sin Feast want to ask him for the consumption of flesh and sin, right?
They want to try and atone him, basically, yeah.
But that I don't think that's entirely possible even by their standards.
True.
So, but Reed also wants to make him into basically a semi-useful servitor.
Yes.
Why not have him be eaten alive to the point where he's at the bare minimum needed to make him into a lamp servitor?
That's doable.
I'd say that's a good compromise.
Thoughts?
I'd fine with that.
If
Or, and this is the other option in case you ever want to return to him, because he does have information. Continuing to question him is an option. You could just let him rot. Like, he does have info, and he has no loyalty to Ankeliclast. He's already told you what Ankeliclast was doing on the Abyssal Maw. The Abyssal Maw, the, thingy.
yeah, that is a good point. It's also a mix of I like the fact that we can just do away with him, and whether or not someone could or may try to rescue. I say rescue, reclaim his soul or body.
Yeah, when he dies... This is Bob talking. When he dies, he's not getting a fucking parade. You know, he tried to usurp Zeech, but he is now batshit insane. You know, he believes that there is like a fucking, you know, 72 virgin Lord of Change waiting for him, you know?
Yeah. It's
Whatever it is.
because we're like I only bring up the idea to just basically end it swiftly because we're torn between because Aegis views that we should probably just end him quickly, like what he said could all just be lies. If we keep questioning, there's very much the threat that one, he will try to bite his own tongue, or if he'll just basically wait for death. He doesn't give half a shit.
That's his, right now that's the mindset I'm playing him off of, is the I'm fine dying mindset.
But then we've got half basically a shit ton of people on the ship who want him dead, who want some form of vengeance. So it's honestly, I vote for either we keep him for questioning, or we go down the idea of compromise between feasting on him, have the Sin Feast feast on him, and then turn him into a servitor with what remains. But that's only if we don't want to keep him around for questioning. If we generally don't think we have a use for him afterwards. Could make him into an example on the next planet.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm afraid I'm not. I'm DM, I can't tell you what to do with this.
I would have a strange opinion. And it is, let Malachi nom nom Cadigan, I think, with a newfound attachment to the Sin Feast, would like to be present. But with what's left, turn him into a penitent engine so he can assist us.
Doable. The Sin Feast have stuff like that. They have stuff like that.
And it wouldn't be the most ideal situation in ever conceived, but it is both an insult to him, his forsaken patron, and a sick pleasure for also Reed to know that it is against will, yet he still assists salvation.
It's weird to say that I can imagine doing that, but like it's oddly not like Reed's fucking guard dog per se, but something like we can go sick him, and
You could,
Yeah, precisely my concept.
considering there are members of Castellus's kill teams available to speak with, Eric, Forsholt, and the recovering Ultramarine sniper Augustus, it's not impossible to make a Calambi-like creature out of him.
But then we lose prospect of information from him, don't we?
No, yes, but you know what I mean, of like rebuilding him and forcing him into servitude. There is another option which some in the room would know, which is of course the old Mind Shackle Scarabs. There's Nemeth.
I actually also had another idea. This is to work in conjunction with Liam's, actually, now thinking about it. If, say, we were to do the whole penitent engine idea, as long as we retrieve the corpse, the Astartes in the party can do the consumption of the brain to learn information.
True. Though what you learn might fuck with you a lot, because he was living in the warp for some time. But that is true.
Yeah, obviously it's not foolproof, but none of our plans are going to be foolproof.
When have they ever been? Respectfully.
Yeah. So,
Bit harsh.
if it's a matter of, as long as we keep track of his corpse by whatever fate he reaches, there is still information to be gained.
It's true.
I'm a fan of the penitent engine idea, personally. I vote for my own idea. By all means, I'm happy to secede with George in it is a negotiation of having a little nom-nom first, but I am not Astartes, but I'll be observing or possibly joining in for the Sin Feast on that, so I don't know.
You misunderstand me. I mean, like, if we go down the penitent engine idea, he falls in battle, we then take his corpse and then use that for the information.
Because Space Marines have an organ that when they eat a brain, they can relive the dead thing's memories.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
The Aussie something gland. Not Aussie as in Australia, just, yeah.
The Ozzy Osbourne gland.
Ah, yes.
Soul.
Because it was very much used as a form of information gathering by a Space Wolf in the Rogue Trader games, where when he was fighting in the arenas, he basically consumed the dead that he killed in the arena, or what that he was fed, and he managed to information gather through basically piecing together what he saw.
It's also, you guys have used it before in this very campaign. Back on Avalos, you used it a fair bit.
Yeah, we did. Those were the days.
A long,
David, what's
long
your
time
idea?
ago.
Which never thought to do it again for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good little gland to have. I do just forewarn you, eating Adonis's memories will... Yeah, that's going to be some hot cocaine. Like...
Dave, what's your idea? Because you have been relatively silent.
I mean, most of the party has much greater feelings in regards to Adonis, so my main, as Sven said, his main satisfaction is just seeing Adonis lose his will at being kept alive, essentially either servitorship or something like that, where he's forced to stay alive and not die for as long as possible.
We rig a mock sarcophagus for him to remain in.
That's
Literally
ironic.
was just like him claiming to, oh look, you can't keep me alive forever, and just like, forget the venerable ones. There are ways.
Yeah, it's not the first time he's been a dreadnought. true though.
Won't be the first time, but it'd be an ironic way to be basically sealed, I guess, and kept for whatever information.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys just want to put them in a box, let's put them in a box. I do need to start rounding out the session though. Do you want to discuss it over the week?
Yeah, well, I think we might want to discuss this one over the week, and we'll figure out what fate worse than death we can give him.
Yeah, love to see it. All right. Is everyone chill then? Is there anything anyone wants to do before we round out?
I am okay.
Ow.
I don't think I have anything else I want to do.
Okay. In that case, with Adonis broken, you do have access to answers. Like I say, he does know of Ankadaklas' plans and does not hold loyalty to him. However, he is a broken thing, and if you can withstand the mocking, potentially a useful thing. But until then, until next Friday, I think we will put it to rest. Join us tomorrow for the Age of Sigmar campaign, The Broken Binding, where I get to bamboozle and confuse my players with the French. What a campaign it's turning out to be. But till then, we will be back next Friday for the more Warzone Blackthrone. Till then, we've been Tattletales RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual. Bye for now.
Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own.